everyone, Nat 1995 here in the video game fanfiction plot with a new chapter for you all in the Chi Wizard Ninja, and remember, I do not own the Naruto series or this story. I give full credit to its author by ChaosMagemon on fanfiction.net. Enforcers finds love. In Konoha, Naruto was at Uncle's shop helping Finn, Ratso, and Chao with the antiques. Ratso was carrying a mountain of antiques while losing balance. Easy Ratso, you drop that and the old boss is gonna have our heads. Finn said. What, I can handle it. Ratso said until he tripped on his feet, falling while throwing the antiques up in the air. No. Chao cried until Naruto extended his arms, making the antiques float with levitation before setting them down neatly and gently. Good save, Naruto. Ratso sighed. No problem Ratso, just remember to watch your step next time. Naruto said until the bell rang and they looked, seeing a woman enter. She had dark eyes and long black hair worn braided down her back with jaw-length bangs framing both sides of her face, and wore a red dress with a white off-the-shoulders blouse. Seeing a customer, the three former enforcers presented themselves. Welcome to Uncle's Rare Finds. Finn greeted. What can we do for you today? Ratso asked. I've just dropped in to see just what kind of antiques this place really has. She answered. Naruto caught a glimpse of her and gasped, Hey, aren't you Tsubaki, the retired chunin? The woman hearing that looked, seeing Naruto on the counter. Naruto, it's so good to finally meet you. She smiled. You know each other? Chao asked. Not directly, but I heard she was once seeing my former academy instructor Mizuki. Naruto said with a hint of distaste in his voice when mentioning that name. And everyone in the villages knows of Naruto. Tsubaki added. Naruto spoke, I assume you've been briefed on what became of your former lover ever since he vanished years ago? Tsubaki sighed, I have. And I'm glad I ran into you today, Naruto. I can finally apologize to you for what my former love has put you through. You got nothing to apologize for. It's not your fault the guy you fell for turned into a psychotic blind man. Naruto explained. I know. He wasn't the man I thought he was, just as you weren't the monster he made you out to be. Tsubaki answered. You learn one thing about one guy, you learn another, right? Naruto joked and Tsubaki couldn't help but giggle. So guys, any of you going to show Tsubaki around the shop to see if anything catches her eye? How about you, Chao? Me? Chao asked. Sure. I mean, if you were an employee at Sunglasses Shack thrice, surely this shouldn't be a problem for you. Naruto smirked. Chao hearing that smiled. Of course, please allow me, miss. How nice. Tsubaki admitted as Chao started showing her around the shop. Naruto smiled as Finn and Ratso looked at him. Hey Naruto, what's up? Ratso asked. Yeah, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you were trying to set them up. Finn added. Maybe I am. Naruto answered as he left the shop and walked. As he walked, Shindu spoke, what are you trying to do? Hey, that little future spoiler just gave me a helpful tip. I just decided to be the little push to start their relationship. It may not happen now, but in time they might become more. He suddenly heard his mom, imagine my boy playing matchmaker. Well, Tsubaki has been having a tough time, I can imagine. What with her finding out Mizuki betrayed the village and tried to assassinate Naruto and Ruka. Minato explained. Agreed, and maybe she just needs a little pick-me-up. Kurama added. And maybe Chao's just the guy to do it. Naruto smirked as he continued walking. Back at the shop, Tsubaki had purchased a vase antique that Chao had wrapped for her. Thanks for the vase. She said. Thank you for shopping at Uncle's Rare Finds. Chao replied. Please come back again soon. Ratso added. I just might, she admitted, thanks again. As she left, Chao called. Say, Tsubaki, maybe if you're not too busy you like to grab a coffee with me? Tsubaki was surprised at his offer but smiled, I'd love to. Chao's smile increased as she walked out. Yes. He cheered as Uncle came out back. Did they buy anything? He asked. Oh yeah. Chao replied. Uncle smiled, very good, He turned to Finn and Ratso, "You two could learn from Chao." The two scowled at this, but said nothing, knowing better than to talk back to their boss. When Uncle went back to the inventory, Finn spoke, "Well, Chao, you certainly have gotten chummy with the customer so quickly. Just being nice is all, besides you heard Naruto, she's gone through enough already with that traitor she loved." "He's got a point," Ratso admitted. "Now if you guys excuse me, I'm gonna go clean up," Chao said, heading upstairs. Meanwhile at the Namikaze mansion, Naruto was digging around a trunk filled with weapons. "No, that won't do." He tossed away a pair of nunchucks. "Not this." He looked at a dagger. "Wait a minute, this is it." He pulled out a shield. "This will do nicely." "What will do nicely?" Jade asked as she and the girls entered. "Oh hey girls, what's up?" Naruto asked. "We were just about to head to the training area for a workout and see if you wanted to join us," Temari explained. "What are you doing up here?" Shizuka asked. "Just looking for something, and I found it," Naruto said as Tenten looked at the weapons in the trunk. "Wow, your dad really was loaded. Some of these things we don't even have at the shop," she marveled. "What exactly were you looking for, Naruto?" Hinata asked. "This." Naruto held up the shield. "A shield?" Ino asked, confused. "That's right, this will be my ultimate defense against Sasuke and the demon chi," Naruto explained as he pretended to use the shield as if he were in battle. "How can an ordinary shield protect you from Sasuke?" Ino asked. Naruto smirked. "When the time comes, Ino, you'll find out." Ino just looked more confused, as did Hinata as well. Later that day in the village, Chao and Tsubaki were outside a shop having coffee and talking. "So you and your friends Finn and Ratso were once thugs for a criminal organization?" "Yeah, back when we were known as the Dark Hand, but once our former boss lost his rep after the events of our former dragon boss, we quit and were hired by a dark wizard who turned us into samurai zombies. Though the look was hard to get used to, I enjoyed the enhanced strength and all. Once he was defeated, we fell under the employ of a floating demon head who made us stick possessed masks on our faces and do his dirty work. But to top it off, we were turned into dragon minions by the son of our dragon boss, only to get fired after one day." "So when did you suddenly decide to go straight?" Tsubaki asked. "It was years ago when our last boss attempted to turn the world inside out. Our new boss, who owns the antique shop, enlisted our help in finding a way to defeat our dragon boss. Once he was vanquished, we got permanent jobs with the old timer as shop employees," Chao said. "And have you enjoyed your life as a free man?" she asked. "More than you know. I found out being one of the good guys is better than being bad. Plus I no longer get humiliated as so many ways." Chao shuddered at all the humiliating defeats he endured when he was bad. "Plus I don't get hurt as much." "Well, I'm glad you could go from bad to good. I just wish the same could be said for Mizuki," she sighed. Chao put a hand on her shoulder in comfort. "Some people just can't go back to the way they were before, or if they even were who they were before. But hey, you never know, maybe he just wasn't the one." "Wasn't the one?" Tsubaki asked, raising a brow. "Yeah, I mean, who's to say he was the right one for you?" Chao dragged on. "Well, now that I think about it, I did have chances with other guys before him, and they acted a lot nicer to me. Mizuki just coaxed me into thinking the only reason others were being nice was to take advantage of me. I can't believe I listened to him." She sighed. "Well, he's not here anymore. You don't have to listen to him. You're free to live your life the way you want to now. Start anew just like I did," Chao encouraged her. Tsubaki, stricken with inspiration, smiled. "You know what, you're right." "I am?" he asked. "Hi, I'm so glad I could have this conversation with you, Chao." "Yeah, well, if you're ever open to talk, just let me know," Chao said bashfully. "I will, and thanks for the coffee," Tsubaki said as she pecked Chao on the cheek, surprising him. As she walked away, giving him one last smile, he blushed and felt his cheek smiling. When she was out of sight, he jumped up, cheering and dancing. "Woohoo! Oh yeah! Boom shakalaka laka! Boom shakalaka laka! Boom shakalaka laka!" Watching from the sky was Naruto in astral form, who had been watching the scene ever since the two met up at the coffee shop. Go Chow. He smiled. Meanwhile, with Team Hebi and Zelong, Sasuke finally woke up in their hotel room and sat up. What happened? Sasuke, you're awake. Karen gasped in relief. About time too. Suigetsu added. You okay? Jugo asked. Never better. What's been going on while I was out? Sasuke asked. Zelong, who was standing above a small cauldron of boiling liquid, spoke. I have just finished my locators, Phil Sasuke. Now we shall find the Akatsuki for sure. He dropped the small parchment of Sazori's cloak into the cauldron and it smoked that a bluish-black cloud appeared before them, showing a cave area in the river country, a cave somewhere in the river country. Sasuke smirked. Perfect. Pack it in, we're leaving. He ordered as they collected their stuff. Well, that's the ending of that chapter. I do hope you enjoy this video. If you like to see more, remember to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel and leave a comment down below. Until next time.